Hello and welcome to Math 1530. The first time that you log into your course in eLearn, the first thing you should do is go to Communication, Discussions, and then click on the Introduction topic and introduce yourself to your classmates. Maybe tell a little bit about yourself, and you may find someone with similar interests that you can work with as you progress through the course. Please make sure that you always communicate with your instructor using the email function inside of eLearn. We'll do that by clicking Course Tools, and then you can go to Class List, locate your instructor in the class list, and click on the name. That will then open an email message that you can send to your instructor. Be sure and read through the materials on the home page that will explain a bit about the course. And be sure and communicate with your instructor as soon as you have a question. Please keep in mind that your instructor will not be online all of the time, and so there needs to be an allowance for the amount of time that it will take for you to ask a question and then receive a response. Once you arrive inside of your Pearson MyStatLab course, you can begin to work by clicking Homework. So for an example, let's look at section 3.3. We'll note the due date, what our current score is. We haven't started yet, so there is no score, and that we have unlimited attempts per question. This will be the case with all homework assignments. Now let's take a look at question 2, for example. In this problem, we are asked to find some measures for a set of data. We're to find the range, variance, standard deviation, and then we're given a set of data values here. One very nice thing about the MyStatLab problems is that we have the opportunity to utilize a program called StatCrunch. We'll use that by clicking on this rectangle next to the data set and then click Open in StatCrunch. What will then happen is all of those data values will be placed into a spreadsheet, and we can use this program then to find the measures that we're asked to find. In order to find the standard deviation and the other measures that we were asked to find in this problem, we'll click Stat, Summary Statistics, Columns, select the variable that we want to find the measures for. We only have one loaded in this spreadsheet at the time, and that's in the list variable 1, as we can see here. And then in this box, we can select the items that we want to find measures for. And what is selected by default in this case would be the sample size, the mean, the variance, the standard deviation, and other measures. So we'll click Compute, and a very nice output box shows up here that gives us everything that we were asked to find and more. We have the sample size. There were 20 data values. The mean is 2.15. We have the variance, the standard deviation, the standard error, the median, the range, the minimum, the maximum, and the first and third quartiles. If your instructor is utilizing StatCrunch for this course, it is highly recommended that you take the small amount of time that it takes to learn the program, as it will certainly benefit you in accuracy and the amount of time that it takes to find these measures. In addition to being able to load the data from a data set into StatCrunch just by clicking the box and then open in StatCrunch, we also have other helps in MyStatLab. We can click this box that says Question Help, and we'll notice that for homework problems, we have several options. We have a Help Me Solve This selection that will help you go through the problem. View an example, it'll show you a similar problem. Whenever appropriate, there will be an associated video. Animation, we can go straight to the textbook entry. This is an online textbook. And when we click that inside of a homework problem, it goes straight to the chapter and section where you will find the information necessary to solve that problem. So we were in the section 3.3 homework, and by clicking on that textbook selection, it took us straight to section 3.3 in the textbook, so we can find the information that we need to solve that problem. Notice also that StatCrunch is listed here, and if we click that box, then it'll just open a blank spreadsheet and we can type in data values. We also have a very nice selection here. It says Ask My Instructor. And what this will do is send an email to your instructor with this particular problem specified, and you can ask a question about it, and it will go straight to your instructor's email inbox. We can click on Quizzes and Tests, and here we'll find a list of the quizzes for this course. You'll see that we have 2 attempts for each one, and that there's a time limit of 2 hours, or 120 minutes. If we click on Quiz 1, it'll give us this information: the due date, how many questions there are, number of attempts, and how much time you have. We certainly hope that you enjoy your experience in the Math 1530 course. Have a great semester.